Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today's video is a Panera mukbang. We're gonna eat a little bit first, like we're gonna take some bites and we're gonna answer questions. And I asked you guys I would use my phone, but that's my phone. I got some from YouTube and I asked you guys on Instagram, like I don't even know if you're following me, but I asked the people on Instagram that watch my videos to also send in like topics or like questions, like anything you really want me to talk about. And I have a few. Some are gonna be more drawn out answers and explanations, and some are gonna be like very short, quick. A turkey sandwich with tomato, onion, and that's pretty much it. And then I got a baguette. I got a you pick too. I just love any baguette, honestly. I got a Greek salad or a Mediterranean salad. I put it in a bowl because there was like dressing everywhere in the container and I wanted it to be more contained. Really us just eating lunch together. What time is it? It's like 2 p.m. right now. Ooh. It's a very plain sandwich, but I like it. Okay. I'm gonna do a crumble cookies mukbang baguette. Look how perfect. I was gonna do a crumble cookies one, but I checked the flavors for this week and I don't like the flavors for this week, so I'm gonna keep an eye on the flavors maybe for next week. Okay. Let's get into some questions. If you don't like chewing and talking, and I try to keep it as polite as I can, but yeah. Starting off strong, opinions on situationships and have you ever been in one / opinions on casual sex. Okay, so opinions on situationships, don't do it. I think that yes, I have been in a couple. I think that I don't regret them because I've like gained some experience from it, like life experience. Basically, it showed me like what I don't want in a husband or a partner. I don't know, it taught me to speak up for myself and respect myself more. So like that's cool. Let's go, I guess. But I wish them all yeast infections, to be honest. They're just, situationships are just not it. Casual sex is a no for me. Again, I've tried, I don't like it. People can lie about like STDs as well. Like you're not always having sex with good people, you know what I mean? And even if they seem like they're good people, they're not always good people. So like, you know that thing that's like, and if the government tells you that they wouldn't, just know that they would. That applies to this. Like you really don't know a man. Like you think you know a man, and because like it's casual sex, like you probably like, I don't know. And I think that I'm like very, like I'm not gonna shame people for doing things that they want to do as long as it's, casual sex is kind of harmful though. I don't know. Like I'm trying not to judge because like you live and you learn. Like I tried to have casual sex before when I was single and like in my early 20s and stuff, but it's just like I keep saying, like the sex is just never worth it, like ever. It's just so much nicer to have intimacy and sex, like, and be with someone and be around someone that like knows you and knows your body, and I don't know, like you're really comfortable with. I just don't see how casual sex would benefit. But again, I want to preface and say that like this is just my opinion. For example, I've had friends that like love casual sex it's literally none of my business if they're being safe and wearing condoms and like da-da-da, whatever. As long as they're being safe about it, like STD wise, and like just safe in general, like their well-being, the guy's not a serial killer, you know what I mean, or the girl's not a serial killer, then it's literally none of my business. I think people are allowed to live different ways, and like that's fine. So if you ever like hear me say an opinion, it's not because I'm like judging someone, it's just because like what I do. But yeah, it's a no for both, to be honest. I definitely think if you want to, then you go get that life experience, you know what I mean? But that's kind of all it is. It's just like life experience, but be safe while getting the life experience. Like, it definitely matured me a lot, but so does trauma. So, you know what I'm saying? And if someone wants to be with you, like, they'll just be with you. Like, I know a lot of people say like if they wanted to they would, and then there's a lot of pushback because like, well, what if this, what if that, like the what about isms come about, which I hate. To an extent I understand, but to an extent it's like either you like the girl or you don't, buddy, okay? Like that's how I feel. Like yes or no, yes or no. He's not, well, what if he has anxiety? Yeah, same, but do you want to be with her or not? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm just kidding. Like I know it has to, like you're nervous, like I get it, I have anxiety as well, but it's just like if you wanted to, you would. If you want to get her the damn flowers, you would get her the damn flowers. If you wanted to date her and only date her, then you would. It's just that simple. Like, be serious. Do you want to date someone, yes or no? It's not maybe, yes or no. I don't know why that was so aggressive. How to love yourself, how you love your, okay, is a really loaded question because I feel like different things work for different people. I feel like how you love yourself more, it's just like an ongoing journey. I feel like you're never gonna get to the point where you're like 100%. Just like you're never gonna get to the point of like healing when you're like 100% healed, not in this lifetime anyways. Like you're always gonna be healing. There's always gonna be, you know, some stuff coming up maybe, or it's just like an ongoing journey. And this, you have like, I feel like there's like obviously different seasons of life. Like, I don't know how to, with every, like, I don't think there's just like one answer about how to love yourself. I think there's like a million different answers. And I think that like maybe these ways to love yourself in this season of life will benefit you a lot. It makes you feel great. It makes you love yourself or whatever. But in the next season of life, or your next era, I guess, season of life just sounds much more less brain rot. I don't know. In your next era, like the same things that made you love yourself and embrace the love that you have for yourself and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be the same things. You might have to shift and keep shifting throughout your entire life. But also, like, how you love yourself is how you speak to yourself. How you speak to yourself, how you accept yourself, and how you speak to yourself, especially when you've done things that are wrong. Like, and how you hold yourself accountable. Are you holding yourself accountable? Instead of saying like in your head, like, you stupid ass bitch, like I can't believe you did this and this and this, like you could have done so much more today, and like you've just been a lazy ass fuck. Instead of that, you just like basically gentle parent yourself, and that's the short answer. Like, you just gentle parent yourself, and it's hard. It's like you have to condition yourself, and I feel like I've brought this up like in another vlog about something else, but that's all it is. And I'm saying that's all it is, like it's so easy, but I know it's not easy at all. It's actually really hard, and I don't think that anyone will ever fully master it 100%, but I think that we can get to like 80%, because you know, we're human, so like negative thoughts are unfortunately normal, and the world is crazy, so like what else are we supposed to think, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of a balance, but then also you have to hold yourself accountable. Like, you can't just like, it's a balance, because you need to know when to do tough love on yourself, and you need to know when to gentle parent yourself, as in like it's okay, like just try better next time. Like sometimes it's not okay though. And sometimes there is no next time. I'm sorry, but like that's life. But it just again depends on the situation. I don't even have like a situation in mind right now. But yeah, but sometimes you have to be like, you can't do better next time because there's no next time. So you just get up, bitch. You have to get up. Or sometimes, I don't know, it just depends on how you're feeling. I don't know how to explain it. But sometimes I'm like, all right, buddy, you gotta get out of bed, like in my head. I don't like talk to myself sometimes though. I'll be like, buddy, you gotta get up, like, come on, and then we're gonna do the dishes, and then we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be a fun time. The dishes are gonna take like 10 minutes. It's not a big deal, like whatever. And then that'll motivate me some days if I'm just like really kind to myself and I'm like, you know what, like I shouldn't be stressing out over that. Like it's just fucking dishes. But sometimes it's like, I need those days where I'm talking to myself like, you gotta get the fuck up. Like you're being a lazy ass fuck. Like what have you done today? Like why are you like self-sabotaging yourself? That's like what I say to myself. Like why are you being a like procrastinating fuck? Like seriously. Is that crazy? I don't know. Okay, next. All right. Someone said once a cheater, always a cheater. 99% of the time, yes. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay. There is like a really rare occasion where it's like literally 1 in like 10,000. Okay. I want to like fully express how rare this will be. Okay. Because the people that cheat, there's no cheating on accident. There's no, oh, but I was drunk. Grow up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Once a cheater, always a cheater. 99% of the time, correct. But there is a rare time, and the only reason why it's so rare and why I think that is because a lot of cheaters have something else wrong with them, and it could be like a multitude of things. It just depends on the person, but something in their brain's not right, okay? Or it's underdeveloped, or they were emotionally stunted as a child, or the parents didn't love them, or I don't know. A majority of the cheaters know what they're doing, and they know what they're doing is wrong, and they do it anyways, right? And it's just really hard to fix people like that, because it's like, you know, in order to cheat, it's like having sex is like premeditated. You don't just like slip on a dick or slip in a vagina, okay? Like it's premeditated. You have to like actually get going, like take your clothes off, or like, you know the beginnings of the sex. Like you have to, it's premeditated work, babe. Manslaughter, like accidental manslaughter and premeditated murder, those are different sentences, aren't they? Yes, they are. Those are completely different jail sentences. Another piece of cheese. So gentle. It's premeditated is what I was saying, and so they know that they're wrong when they're doing it. Do I have any teeth? They know that they're like what they're doing is wrong, and then they still decide to do it. So it's just really hard to change people that have that brain, that type of mush in their brain. Is it normal for your best friend to text your boyfriend all day and send good morning and good night texts? It's been going on for months. No. So, yeah, no. I think that if you haven't confronted them about it, then maybe do. But personally, that you know exactly what's going on. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you know exactly what's going on. So, like, guys just don't text girls like that. I'm sorry. Like, I've had guy friends. My guy friends treat me like they're a dirty little brother. Like a dirty little hamster, okay? Like, they're respectful of me and they're nice, but they could give a fuck about sending me a good morning text or like a good night text. You know what I mean? Like, that's my bestie, but that's not my man. And it's just, I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I would say, I dump him, cut her off, and then they can just fuck off together. And you deserve better than that. It's weird. Honestly, it's just weird. I don't have anything else to say about that. You deserve better than that, okay? Somebody wanted me to talk about a topic about getting depressed during the summer / without a routine and how to get out of those slumps. The way that I get out of slumps is, it's just, honestly, I let myself be in the slump for a little bit, and then I have to, it's not an answer you're gonna like, because it's not like fun or like convenient, but you honestly just have to force yourself. And for me, like, find something to force yourself. So for me, that would be paying my bills, to be honest. If I'm being super honest. But also, I'm a creative, so art really gets me going. I ate a little before this, so I don't want to eat anymore. But I want to answer more questions. So we'll eat a little bit more because I've only had like a couple bites of everything, so. I kind of just want the salad, and I'm gonna save this for later. I honestly just want salad and bread right now. Sorry if I disappointed you with the eating, but I'm not like the kind of mukbanger YouTuber to like force myself to eat when I'm an intuitive eater, bitch. Like, the second I'm full, I'm done. Like, I don't care. I don't care if it's one bite. I'll save the one bite for later. Like, I don't care. What were we talking about? I hope this helps. I know like different things help different people, but like little things really help. My animals help a lot. Like, I don't know where I would be if it weren't for my animals and like art and spirituality, but my animals are such like a light to my life. I wake up to my dogs and cats every day, and it's just a joy. And he's literally right here. Can you see him? No, you can't. No, Jason. Even though he's such a big beggar. He's such a big beggar. It helps. Like, pets help a lot. Sunshine helps a lot. I know this just all sounds redundant. Like, this sounds like when you go to your freaking therapist and you're like, yeah, I'm just really anxious and I don't really know why. And they're like, well, have you tried taking deep breaths? Did you know a therapist actually said that to me once, and I never saw her again. I immediately canceled after, like, I finished through with the session, and then I just never went to her again, because what the fuck, like, duh. You don't think that anxiety would be like wiped off the face of the planet if all it took was a couple deep breaths? Like, please spare me. Like, can I see your degree? What the fuck? Like, please, like, yeah, you just have to find things that really motivate you. So for me, again, it's, I gotta pay bills, I gotta get up, life goes on without me. A quote that's kind of cheesy, but it really gets me going. What was it? It was like the price, not getting up and not doing the things that you need to do. I just saw a white butterfly, fucking confirmation, bitch. Confirmation. Not doing the things that you need to do, that you want to do, that are necessary, like yada yada, like the things that you enjoy, like the things that you love, like not continuously working towards whatever your goal is costing you your dream life. Like, the price you pay is your dream life, and that looks different for everybody. I find myself like, and when I am in like depression slumps, I find myself really slacking on work, like with my jewelry and stuff like that. And because when you're depressed, you don't want to like create, you know what I mean? But it's like, you do. Depression's so weird because it's like you're in bed or you're on the couch and you're just like on your fucking phone all day, not doing shit, watching TV, not wanting to do shit, but like there's something in you that's like antsy at the same time, where it's like you want to do it, you want to get up and do it. So you just, this sounds really cheesy, but you just got to listen to that voice. And there's like this, I really don't know what it's called, and I can't be bothered to look it up or research further into it, but I heard it, I'm just prefacing, I heard it online, and then I didn't do any research on it, but then I did it in my life. Like I implemented it into my routines in my everyday life, and it works. So yeah, it works. And I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of called like the 5-second rule or like the 3-second rule. Let's go with the 5-second rule. And it's not about the food thing. It's about like when you feel like you know, when you're like sitting there doing whatever and you're on your phone or you're watching TV and you're like, oh, like, and like something like in the back of your head is like, oh, like I have to start cooking dinner soon, or like, oh, I have to get that work done, or like, oh, I was gonna vacuum today, like I really wanted to like scoop the cat's litter box today, you know what I mean, like little errands like that, or like I really wanted to do the laundry today and put it away, da 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 da. You immediately, like within the 5 seconds, you immediately have to get up and go do it. And then it's kind of like, I don't know if everyone will experience this, but have you ever, like when you were in high school and like you had school dances like prom and homecoming, I wasn't popular in high school, so maybe if you were popular you won't relate, I don't fucking know. But I always like dreaded the homecoming dances and like the school dances and shit like that and prom, but when I actually got there, it was so fun. So like I dreaded it, and then when I actually was there, it was so fun. Like not so fun, because I still hated stuff like that when I was younger, but it was like, wow, I'm fitting in. Fuck, I don't know. It's so hard for me to sit here and tell you like, just get up and do it in 5 seconds, because I know how stupid it sounds, but like, it's like you have to do those little dumb, I don't think they're dumb, but like, I feel like as a watcher, you'd be like, yeah, no duh, bitch, like sun helps. Like I'm not taking 3 deep breaths a day and like, whatever, like 10 minutes of sun a day is not gonna change your brain chemistry and like da 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 da. Like I get it, like I have depression, so I get it, but I'm just saying like these things are not gonna get rid of your depression, but they will help. And the more practice you have at kind of like forcing yourself to get out of that slump and like go on a walk today and then don't do anything for the rest of the day if you don't want to. Do something more every single day, so like you don't have to like deep clean your house or like do laundry and dishes and all this stuff today. Like maybe just do dishes today and then chill. Do laundry the next day and then chill. And then I feel like it's kind of like a snowball effect. I get it though, like sometimes it's like 2 weeks have gone by and I haven't done anything. I've been a lot better at it because I've just been more motivated, and I haven't been, knock on wood, falling into a depression hole, I like to call it, because it's like, I've noticed also, like, again, let yourself rest, there's balance and everything, but I've noticed that when I start slacking off and I get too lazy almost, and I'm not saying rest and laziness are completely different things. You're not lazy for resting. Rest is productive, and I want to make that so clear. I think like in this fucking capitalistic bitch world, like it's just, we need to rest our bodies, and a lot of us are overworked, and like, you know what I mean? Like I get it. A lot of the time when I choose to just like be on my phone all day and watch TikToks all day or watch TV all day and do nothing, like literally not one thing besides like eat food and like take a shower, I kind of like, oh, okay, I'll just do it the next day. Do one more day. I'll just do it one more day. And then before you know it, the laziness that I experienced that was only pure laziness turned into depression, because I started to get depressed because I was getting nothing done because I was being lazy. But then if I didn't be lazy in the first, do you know what I mean? But also again, I want to say you need to rest as well. So it's like very much a balance. So it's like very hard to answer that question, but I hope that helped a little bit. Like you really have to find things, like even like if you're like a coffee fanatic or whatever, like, and coffee or a sweet treat is your like go-to, then like do that. Like it, like the littlest things can make a huge impact. And honestly, if you need to get help, get help. Like if you can, you need to, and you can afford it, get help, seriously. I don't go to a therapist because I just haven't found a good one and it's expensive. So yeah, but there's no shame in getting help. Again, it's also just like conditioning yourself and the way you talk to yourself as well. A lot of this advice is just like the way, like how you treat yourself and how you talk to yourself, because that makes a difference in how you navigate the world and how you respond to different things. Where are you guys looking for houses right now? What state or country? Right now we're looking for houses in Utah and North Carolina, South Carolina. How do I hit on women without being creepy in public? I would say it really depends. A good rule to not be creepy to women is don't linger. If you hit on a woman and you start flirting with her and she's interested and she gives you her number, amazing, take her number or whatever. But like, don't linger, okay? Like, don't linger too long. You need to leave because you already got her number. I get, like, if you guys are really having a connection, again, like, it depends. If you guys are really having a connection and like, you need to really learn to read the room. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to read the room. Like, a lot of people don't know how to read the room. So I think that's honestly something you're born with. Like, I don't think that you can like teach someone how to read the room, because essentially it's just reading the energy of the room. Like, the energy is so thick you can cut it with a knife, or like the tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife. That's the energy. The energy's thick. It's weird. You can cut it with a knife. You know what I mean? So the advice I have for you is don't linger. If she says no, don't linger. If she says yes, don't linger, unless she's like actively asking you questions. Like, a really good way to tell if a woman is like attracted to you or even like interested in talking to you, whether that's platonically or romantically, is if they're like asking you questions. If you notice that you're the only one asking questions, get the fuck out of there, leave it alone. And don't hit on women at the gym. I feel like that's just my opinion. I know some people like go to the, like, that's their, I know some people go to the gym for like their social time. That's not why I go to the gym, and I've actually never heard other women say otherwise. But again, everyone's different. Just, you need to learn to read the room. You just really need to learn, and you need to learn to read like body language, and don't stand too close to her. Like, stand like an adequate amount, like just kind of like me and you right now. Like, she shouldn't be able to smell your breath. And just be genuinely nice. Like, don't make comments about her body. Like, make comments like, oh, you're so pretty in general. Like, I love your jewelry. I love your rings. Wow, your hair's so pretty. Like, those kinds of compliments. Or even like find something on her face, maybe like, wow, your freckles are so pretty. Or like, you're so pretty. I love your freckles. Kind of like that. Like, very light, surfacey. Don't comment about her body. Even if it's good, it will come off as creepy because it's her body. Like, come on. What do you use to thin your eyebrows? Do you pluck or wax? I use the little disposable razors. That's it. And just I don't like pain, so I don't like pluck or wax. And I feel like, I don't know, my skin, your skin is so thin there, I don't even want to like fuck with it like that. Okay, anyways, someone said, why did your last relationship end? We worked together at Olive Garden, and don't date your coworkers, first and foremost. Second of all, he was just acting weird, and he was just like doing coke like heavily throughout our whole entire relationship, which was only like a month or two. So it's not even like I'm like so heartbroken. I broke it off with him because he was a cokehead. And then I also broke it off with him because I always wanted to be an artist at this point in time. It was like 5 years ago. Probably like 7 years ago now. I don't know. I was like 21. He didn't believe in my artist dreams and like would always shit all over them. He was a Capricorn. And yeah, I don't really like Capricorn men in my experience. I also don't really like Libra men because I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty much why it ended. We were just like on two different pages and he didn't support my artist dreams and he was like just not, we were not on the same wavelength, and I don't really want to be with someone who's like doing coke every day. Smoking weed every day is obviously cool, like have a beer, normal I guess, whatever. Coke, I gotta draw the line. How to make friends as an adult. This is hilarious that you're asking me that because let me know when you know. Why do you think I talk to you guys so much? Like truly. And I just cut out the only friend I had in my town because I talked about this in a different vlog, so I won't talk about it too much, but she was just like centered men and like would always ditch me for men, and then like she would like cheated on all her boyfriends and then like wondered why like her current boyfriends are shitty, and then she would like cheat on them. What the fuck was I talking about? I also want to talk about how I had to change dispensaries because guys that work there don't know how to act. Like I'm going there to get my weed and leave. I haven't been for a while, but it just like really bothers me because like one of the guys even like asked for my Instagram under the guise of like, I want to buy jewelry. Like, yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm like a newborn and I have no idea how to even think. Like, yeah, like, oh my god, you want to buy jewelry? Like, really? Yeah, so obviously he didn't buy jewelry and he just he followed me. I allowed him to follow me for a couple days, but I was like, dude, fuck this. Like, this is just like, it pisses me off. It was pissing me off more and more because it's just like, if you like frequent a place, I don't want to like cause trouble, but at the same time it's like so inappropriate for you to be asking my fucking Instagram no matter what it is. Like, I don't care if he actually wanted to buy jewelry. Like, the fact of the matter is, like, I'm there and I don't want you to know me. Like, and the only reason why, like, I literally went in one time, like, sometimes they just do too much. Like, you know how they train Trader Joe's employees to like flirt with you a little bit? They do it, like, I don't love it because I just don't want to talk, but like, I'll do it. Small talk's not gonna kill me. And whatever, they'll like ask what your favorite movies are and then they'll keep it moving along. They're not gonna ask for your Instagram. There's like a certain level that's okay, right? Why did he ask for my Instagram? And then like, why did I come in one day and like literally 3 to 4 like guys that work there were like, yeah, so like, what do you do for a living? Like, we were like all having a bet and like we were all guessing about it. Like, I'm just there to buy weed. Like, you think I'm there for you? You think I'm there for you? And so I was like, yeah, I like do art and stuff, and I'm like, I do jewelry or whatever, because it's like 4 or 5 fucking 3, 4 guys are like staring me down like, what do you do for a living? Like, just bro, you know what I mean? Like, that's whatever. And then so that's how it escalated, and he was like, well, what about your art? And then he just like keeps asking me about my art, and it's just like, I'm just here to buy weed. I'm just here to buy weed. They're like all different guys too. It's not just the same guy. And then a different guy, I thought I got off scotch fucking free, bitch. I literally thought that, yay, like this was a good dispo run. This was like, whatever. And I'm walking out, I'm in the parking lot walking out to my car, and the dispo guy runs out after me in the parking lot when I'm like at my car, literally just to ask about my tattoos and did it hurt. Like, I'm there to buy marijuana. Period. Like, that's it. What are you doing? And it's like a male dominated, there's like 2 girls working there, and then of course every time I get the girls that check me out, it's like a very quick interaction, like very polite, standard. hello, how are you? Good. This is what you got. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Yay. Have a good one. Da, 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 da. That's it. Maybe I'll be like, I love your nails. Maybe she'll be like, I love your dress. I love that. That's normal. I don't care. And I don't care if they were being polite about it. Like, the fact of the matter is like small talk is okay, but that is not small talk, bro. Like, why are you asking for people's Instagrams? Like, that's just so fucking weird. And like, I blocked him after a couple days because it was just like got me so heated, because it's just like, leave me alone. I don't know. Like, I feel like this like is like a humble brag, but it's actually not, because I'm actually so irritated. I like thought about leaving a fucking Google review, and I'm not like someone that does that. Like, am I being a crazy bitch? Or do I just want to make a simple transaction and leave and not be followed out to my fucking car? Like, and I think it's so tone deaf that men think it's okay to like run after women alone in a parking lot alone. It's like, it reminds me of this guy who, like, women and men even, like, women, man, whoever you are, you need to be careful when you're in parking garages. It's so enclosed. I used to work downtown, so I would have to work or park my car in a parking garage, and I would work until like 11 p.m. or 12 at night. And so I was like fucking terrified, and it was downtown, and my downtown where I live is not, our downtown's like ever that safe, like come on. And so I was like, you know, looking at my surroundings, and I finally get in my car, and my freaking coworker that like had a crush on me or whatever at the time knocks on my freaking window, scares the shit out of me, pissed me off so bad, because it's like, how fucking like tone deaf are you that, you know, like, why would you approach somebody, like knock on their window? I don't know. No, we weren't close. No, we didn't have any interactions prior. I had just started working there. I'm just yapping at this point and like ranting. Just like every time I think about the dispensary thing, it just really gets me heated a little bit, because why are you ruining it for me? Like, why are you doing too much? Like, do you get paid more to ask for customers' Instagrams? That's what I thought. The whole like, yeah, we were like all betting and like trying to guess what you did for a living. Like, that's fine. Like, sure, that's fine. Fine activities. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell me that. Like, don't tell me that you were talking about me when I was gone amongst like the 4 or 5 of you. I don't want that. Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, why do you think that that's normal? So now, like, after that, I was just like, fuck it. Like, I just have my man go in. Like, I don't want. It's just, I'm just telling you about my experience with that specific dispensary. I want to leave a review so bad, because maybe management will talk to them and be like, you need to just like act normal. Can you just like act normal? Like small talk is so appropriate. To be honest, I fucking hate small talk. I will do it though, because I'm polite and I know that it's normal in society and some people enjoy it. I get it. So I'm not just like, I hate, like, don't small talk. How dare you like ask how my day is? Like, no, like small talk is fine. It's when the talk isn't small, like it's medium talk, and then it's like heavy talk. Hard talk? That sounds weird. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for like doing this little FaceTime, eating lunch with me kind of thing. I want to do a crumble cookie review / another talk question thing. It was super fun. I was like actually really surprised that people ask questions, because I don't know, I'm not like an influencer, so like a big anything, so I feel like, I don't know, like I was kind of only expecting like 1 or 2 questions, or like 1 or 2 people wanting me to talk about like topics and stuff. So it was nice that I got more than that, and it's really sweet that you guys like want to talk to me and like know my opinions and stuff like that.